In honor of Indigenous Peoples Day, we wanted to celebrate the contributions of Indigenous artists and designers.
Yeah, lucky for us, there's a store on the Lower East Side called Relative Arts NYC where you can shop for contemporary fashion while honoring the past. Take a look. Clothing, artwork, and beaded jewelry color the walls of the small shop where all the items are made by Native artists and designers.
It's not just about a garment on a rack. There's stories behind a lot of the work.
Many of the designs are upcycled.
That's something that is important to us as well, as to focus on sustainability, because Indigenous people are the original stewards.
The shop is run by Indigenous owners Korina Emmerich and Liana Shewey. They met in 2015 and formed an instant bond.
One thing that was missing when we moved to New York from our original homelands was community. When we realized that there wasn't really a space or a landing pad in New York City for Indigenous people to celebrate Indigenous art that was also open to the public, we wanted to create that.
In April 2023, they opened doors to Relative Arts NYC.
A lot of people who are in town visiting from their homelands make us a destination.
We've hosted events from an album listening party. We've had kind of just like mixers and pop-ups.
A place where people can shop, gather, and feel inspired.
I'm a member of the Walker River Paiute tribe, and it's taken me a while to find community here in New York. Seeing so many young Indigenous creatives inspired me to then start making my own designs. It keeps my family's practices while also hopefully inspiring my cousins to find their own way.
I think it's really empowering that the city has really given me a chance to have this community, this ability to be able to come into a space run by Native women, the matriarchs in the making.
Korina runs the fashion side of the boutique. She has her own sustainable fashion line called Emmy Studio, competed on Project Runway, and her work has been displayed at the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
My work is such an expression and a storytelling of a lot of my background and my heritage. I was really proud growing up in Puyallup. I was a jingle dress dancer in powwows. So my jingle dress was the very first dress that I ever made, and I think that's what started me in my career in fashion.
Liana organizes the community programming and events for the store. By day, she works as an educator at the New York Historical Society.
I grew up in Indian Territory in Oklahoma, so there was no lack of Indigenous representation. It's definitely something that I was always really proud of and would kind of like assert and tell people when I was like in grade school and coming up, like, I'm Native, I'm Cree. But it's definitely carries a new weight and responsibility as I've gotten older.
Together, they found a way to share their traditions and heritage through fashion.
It's for everyone to kind of see that we are here. We are here now, and we carry our traditions, our ancestors, and continue to look ahead for, generations to come.
Joining us now, the co-founders of Relative Arts NYC, Korina Emmerich and Liana Shewey. Ladies, we're so blown away by what you've been able to create and just the imprint you've made for your community. It must feel pretty good.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been an amazing ride so far. We just opened April 1st, so we're still new.
Wow. What I love about this is that you didn't feel like there was a space for your community, so you created it. I mean, you already are artists and designers and have all these talents, but to bring everybody together, how meaningful is that?
It's everything, especially in a place like New York City where it can be really hard to kind of find any community, no matter who you are, and people coming here from across the United States who are Indigenous, and to be able to like find a space that just feels comfortable and welcoming to be that kind of landing pad. It's all I've ever wanted to do. It's amazing.
You can feel the pride, you guys, in your community and all the other people who are featured in the story. Every time someone popped up, you're like, oh my God, there he is. Oh my God, there they are. It's cool. And we love that you make these pieces by hand. Will you come and show us? Because the pieces that you make take time and love and care.
Yeah, and Korina, you designed this coat, which is similar to the one you're wearing.
They're right here next to her.
Beautiful. So talk about these pieces.
Yeah, so this coat is it's one of the iconic Emmy Studio coats. Emmy Studio is my clothing line. It's all handmade to order, so it's sustainably made. Wool is a cradle-to-cradle fabric, so we love this one. It's one of the most iconic Emmy Studio coats.
How long does it take you to make one of those by hand?
It takes me about a week if I do normal hours, but sometimes I'll stay up all night working.
Because you love it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, now talk about some of these designers that y'all also have.
Yeah, so we have the wax-coated canvas coat by GNU. GNU is the first Native American-owned denim collection.
Wow. Look at the inside. It's so beautiful.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, cool.
That's a Pendleton wool that was designed by Deani Whitehawk.
And I like the pants and the added sash on the bottom.
Yeah, the pants are by Section 35.
And what about the T-shirt?
So our T-shirt, we really wanted to acknowledge the traditional homelands of the Lenape people.
Yeah.
So instead of the I Heart New York shirt, we wanted to do the I Heart Lenapehoking shirt. And 30% of the proceeds of these shirts do go to language preservation with the Muncie, Delaware Language and History Group.
Amazing.
This is cool. And these hats we saw.
Yes, the designer.
The designer was featured. But we like the bling on the side. That was clever, right? She did a great job.
What's
I bet
her
these
name?
are good sellers.
Her name's Taylor Yucatel, and she hand beads all of the hats, and they're inspired by her cradle board as a child.
Look at the earrings,
So
JBH.
cool.
Look at the earrings.
And these are her earrings too?
Those are by Copper Canoe Woman.
Amazing.
They're salmon ghost earrings. Beautiful.
They're
By the way,
very cool. What y'all are doing is remarkable.
And you're giving a voice to so many people, so many different designers. You're not saying this is all for me, this is for us.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much for having
thank
you.
you. I love that y'all are
today.
creating community. It's amazing.